नमस्ते, प्रणाम। गीता ध्यान। ओम पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणि। O Bhagavad Gita, with which Lord Narayana himself gave enlightenment to Arjuna, the ancient sage Vyasa included it in the Mahabharata. O Goddess, showerer of the nectar-like knowledge of non-dualism contained in your 18 chapters, O my affectionate mother, the destroyer of rebirth, I meditate upon thee. Krishna Vandana. Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kansa-chanūra-mardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Son of Vasudeva, the slayer of Kansa and Chanur, extreme delight for Mother Devaki, O Lord Krishna, the supreme teacher of the universe, my salutations to you. Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Dhyana Yoga, the 6th chapter, and today reading the 16th Shloka of Sri Krishna telling about teaching Arjuna and teaching us about this aspect of meditation. The 13th, 14th and 15th Shloka that we read last, that Sri Krishna has told us how to sit for meditation, whom to meditate upon, and what happens when a yogi, when a spiritual aspirant meditates upon the Lord himself. Sri Krishna has told us that meditating upon me, you will attain to Shanti Nirvana Paramam Mat Sanstha Madhigacchati. You will reach to me alone. Not only that, you will attain to extreme peace, Paramashanti, and Nirvana Paramam, the supreme moksha, Nirvana. That is what ultimately a yogi is going to get when always Sada Yunjan Atmanam, thus balancing his mind, making his mind steadfast, meditating upon me always, Sada. Not once in a while, always, every moment, fix your mind on me and you will get to Shanti, Nirvana and Mat Sanstha Madhigacchati. You will attain to Shanti and Nirvana which is abiding in me. I am the ultimate destination on this path of meditation. Now in this 16th Shloka, Sri Krishna is going to put another cautionary note for us, that how a yogi should behave otherwise when he is not sitting for meditation. What are the regulations that this person, that this spiritual aspirant has to observe in his day-to-day life. And therefore Sri Krishna is called as a Jagat Guru. He's the ultimate Guru. He doesn't leave anything half-turned. He opens up everything. He even tells us how to live in this earthly life to attain to that meditative state. Who cannot? There are certain conditions under which one cannot get into the meditative state of mind at all. Now, which are those conditions? Sri Krishna is telling us the criterion for the yogi, for the spiritual aspirant, of what to do, what not to do. So let us see here what he is telling us of what not to do. nātyaśhnatastu yogosti na chaikāntam anaśhnataḥ na chāti-svapna-śhīlasya jāgrato naiva chārjuna. O Arjuna, these are the things one should never do. It is a very strong notice of caution Sri Krishna is giving. Who cannot attain the meditative state of mind? Na atyashnataha, nātyaśhnatastu, na atyashnataha tuhu. That is, na is not. Atyashnataha eats too much, gobbles. One after the other. A plate of rasgulla has come in front of us. Plate is having about 12 rasgullas in it. And seeing all those 12, I decide I am going to finish up this plate. Sri Krishna is cautioning us. Na atyashnataha. Don't overeat. Yogaha asti. The yogi should never overeat. One who eats too much. For that person, yoga is not recommended at all. It is not possible also. And also, nacha chaikāntam anaśhnataḥ. And on the one side is eating too much. Nacha chaikāntam, not at all eating anything. Nacha chaikāntam anaśhnataḥ. One does not eat at all. For these two types of people, yoga is out of question. One, eating too much, and one, totally giving up. I am not going to eat anything. Oh, Sri Krishna has said that you don't eat too much. Is it? I am not going to eat at all. Now what happens? Both these cases, the one who is eating too much and the one who is not eating at all, for that yoga is not possible. Yoga asti no. Yoga is not possible. Again, Krishna is telling us another condition under which yoga is not possible. Na chāti-svapna-śhīlasya. Swapna-shīla is one. Swapna-shīla is the condition of dreaming, and that happens when we sleep. When we are in that mode of oversleeping. Nacha ati, nacha and also not chāti-svapna-śhīlasya. You sleep, but not ati. We keep on dreaming. So, the yoga is also not for him who sleeps like a log. Jāgrato naiva Arjuna. And also not for that person who keeps awake all the time, who doesn't sleep at all. For these type of people, yoga is not possible, meditation is not possible, liberation is out of question, the moksha, nirvana, shanti, all gone with the wind for these type of four people that Sri Krishna has mentioned in this 16th shloka. Yoga is not possible for him who eats too much, or for him who abstains too much from eating. It is also not for him, O Arjuna, who sleeps too much, or who sleeps none at all, who sleeps too little. So everything, don't go to the extremes. When eating, keep on eating. Otherwise, I am not going to eat anything. No. And in terms of sleep, one who will enjoy 10, 12, 13, 14 hours of sleep in a day, 16 hours sleep in a day. For him, sleep, yoga is not the way at all. Or a person, oh, Krishna has told us not to oversleep. I won't sleep at all. That is also another extreme. So for these kind of people who do everything in either in excess or none at all, for these type of extreme opposite tendency people with these opposite tendencies, either going too much or not at all, for them yoga is not there. That is for sure that Sri Krishna has cautioned us. The wire of a veena snaps if tightened too much. Here Swami Chidbhavananda is giving this beautiful example of this musical instrument veena. When the wire is too tight and we start playing the veena. If it is too tight, the wire snaps. If the wire is too loose, no music at all. We may play with the whole heart. Whatever efforts we do, if the wire is loose, it won't create any kind of desirable music. The wire of a veena snaps if tightened too much and becomes devoid of music if loosened too much. In the art of partaking of food, the yogi is to act like a properly tuned veena, bringing out the best music. You can get the best music out of veena only when all the strings are properly tuned. People who play tabla, they first tune it beautifully. They will do tak 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 tak. Then they will play. Then oh no, still it is not. A proper tuning is necessary for the instruments as well as for the spiritual aspirants. Too much, too little, that is not the way. If he overeats, he becomes dullard. If he undereats, he becomes weak. Naturally, if we overeat, we think of nothing but sleep, not meditation, not Lord. Then we get into that state of svapna-shīl. We only want to dream. No meditation, no Lord. But if we don't eat at all, then when we sit for meditation, half our mind and sometimes even full mind is only, oh, I'm hungry, I should have eaten something. What a delicious food was prepared at home, and I just like a fool I have skipped it. All our thoughts are running towards the food which we have not eaten. In regard to the quantity and sort of food, one's physique is not the standard. One's physique is not standard for another's. Now, if I take 2 or 3 chapatis daily, and that is my standard, moderate, normal quota, I should not think of eating 5 or 6 chapatis. Although another person with great physique, with a great stamina, who is doing a lot of physical activity, may comfortably eat 5-6 chapatis, rotis. But the quantity of food is not same for all. It depends on one's power of digestion, one's ability to digest the food, one's the efforts, the physical efforts that every person does. Accordingly, each one should decide upon his or her own moderation. That fellow is eating only 1 chapati, so I should also eat 1 chapati. Maybe I actually need 3 of them. So let us decide. Let the yogi decide for himself or herself what is his moderate quota of diet and which type of diet suits. That is also very important. Each sadhaka has to fix them for himself. Sleep brings rest and relaxation and tones the system, but over or under indulgence in it aggravates tamas. Oversleeping leads to tamas. Inertia, jadatva, it gets into us. That we are, and when this inertia comes, when this tamas comes in us, the brain doesn't work, the mind doesn't work. We cannot meditate. Forget about Lord. We can't meditate or think of anything even. Not only the Lord. So if we are not able to think about the Lord, if we are not able to think about anything at all, what is the use of that oversleeping for 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 hours? And if we just decide not to sleep at all, what happens? The moment we sit for meditation, we close the eyes or we fix our gaze on tip of the nose, we are already dreaming. We get into the svapna-shīla state. So this is what Sri Krishna is cautioning. Don't overdo, don't underdo at all. Neither overdoing nor not doing at all. And on this particular teaching of Sri Krishna, we also have Sri Ramakrishna's teaching quoted here. Sri Ramakrishna always used to tell his devotees, his disciples, eat sumptuously in the daytime. Daytime you can eat at least, because you are moving around, you are active. The food you eat during daytime will get digested easily. Eat sumptuously in the daytime, but let your food at night be sparse and easily digestible. At night, when we sleep, when we are taking rest, that time the digestion process, it slows down basically. Because that also needs rest, isn't it? When the body is at rest, all that secretion of enzymes and other, the necessary chemicals which are generated in the body, enzymes and hormones for digestion, they also are at rest. So, Sri Ramakrishna says, in daytime you may eat, it will get digested. You are active, your body is active. But at night, eat sparse. In fact, Sri Ramakrishna was so particular about the diet of his disciples, of his inner circle disciples. He was very particular who should eat how much. He knew their capacities. And at times he used to scold Ma. Oh, you have given 6 chapatis to Baburam. He should be taking only 4. And then Ma is telling me, you don't worry, I will take care of them. Of course, that is the power of Ma. But in normal circumstances, Sri Ramakrishna always used to caution, like Sri Krishna has cautioned here, no too much, no abstaining at all. So, eat good food during the daytime and sparse food at night. And Sri Ramakrishna further says, a sadhaka ought to help himself to that food only which is not heating to the body and exciting to the mind. The quality of food that he partakes. Forget about the quantity. Quantity he has already told. Don't overdo, don't underdo. But Sri Ramakrishna says, even the quality of the food. The quality of the food a sadhaka should partake, the spiritual aspirant should partake, is it should not either be too hot nor it should be too disturbing to the system. It should be exciting to the mind. You see, a lot of the foods like, and that is why they say this, the non-vegetarian food, which creates a lot of heat in the body. There should be a limit to what we eat that food. And therefore, for the spiritual aspirants, some kinds of foods, they are strict no. They say one should not eat garlic, one should not eat onion. One should abstain from these foods if one is on the spiritual path, or if at all, have them in moderation. Not that just, oh, garlic tastes so wonderful. Of course, it has wonderful properties, but it also, in excess. Same thing with the onions. In excess, they produce a lot of heat. There are so many heat-producing foods. And therefore, Sri Ramakrishna, apart from the quantity of food, also cautions on the quality of food, that one should eat food only which is not heating to the body and which is not exciting to the mind. Our tongue may enjoy it thoroughly, but is it going to help our mind getting focused on the lotus feet of the Lord when we sit for meditation? Suddenly when we sit for meditation, we have had too much of spicy food and too much of food. Suddenly we start burping. We start feeling some kind of heartburn, the acidity and all these things. So, the quantity and quality of the food for a spiritual aspirant is also extremely important, as suggested, as cautioned by Sri Ramakrishna. So here in this 16th shloka, Sri Krishna teaches us about the food and the sleep. No overeating, no abstaining from eating. No oversleeping, no getting into insomniac state. I'm not going to sleep at all. I'm not going to sleep. No, nothing. Have everything under moderation. With these extremes, a yogi cannot get into the state of meditation. Meditation is not for him. He has categorically ruled out meditation is not for him who overeats and abstains totally, who oversleeps and doesn't sleep at all. So that is a cautionary note Sri Krishna has given. Let us abide by that. And till we get to the next verse where Sri Krishna tells us, now what is to be done? This is not to be done. Fine. What is to be done? He is going to tell us in the 17th verse, 17th shloka. Till then, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Sri Krishna Arpanamastu. Jai Sri Ramakrishna. Jai Thakur. Jai Ma. Jai Swamiji.